Hello students, today we are going to start chapter number 4, Environmental Management. So there are 5 main points: ecosystem a review, environment conservation, biodiversity hotspot, environment and ecosystem, environment management. Okay, so in this chapter we will cover all these points. Now the first point, can you recall? What is ecosystem? Different components, types of consumer, all these questions we have completed in class 9, and if you want to recall it, then go to the description box and see the video of class 9th chapter 7. So here is the first point, ecosystem a review. Ecosystem is formed by biotic and abiotic factors and their interactions with each other. Each factor plays very important role in the ecosystem. Producers like plants are important. Herbivores like deer, goat, sheep, cattle, horse and camels, etc. feeding upon producers are also important. Then predator like lion and tiger, which prevent the overpopulation of herbivores, are also equally important. So here we have studied that producer, the plant which are producer, then herbivores like deer, goat, sheep, cattle and horse, then those animal who depends on herbivores like predators, lion and tiger, which prevent the overpopulation of herbivores, are also equally important. A question may arise in our mind that whether the caterpillar found in nature, organisms present in filthy places, termites, insects present in dung, are really useful. However, those organisms are also important though they are dirty. They are responsible for cleaning and environment. Okay, so there is a question that those organisms which occur in dirty places, termites, insects, they are also important for our environment or our ecosystem. So they are responsible for cleaning the environment. It means that our existence is due to these factors present around us. Hence, we should care for these factors. Okay. So now there is a diagram of food chain. In this food chain, we can see that the first one is grass, and the grass is producers. After that, there is a structure of grasshopper, and that grasshopper is herbivores or primary consumer. Then the structure of frog. Frog is carnivore and secondary consumer. After that, there is snake. Snake is also carnivore and tertiary consumer. After that, eagle. Eagle is carnivore and apex consumer. Okay, and the last, bacteria or fungi. These are decomposer. So in our food chain, there are producer, herbivores, primary consumer, carnivores, secondary consumer, carnivores, tertiary consumer, then carnivores, apex consumer, and the last one is decomposer. Is that clear? Okay, so the next page. In the next page, there is a structure of ecosystem. Our ecosystem is divided in two parts. The first one is abiotic components and the second one is biotic component. In abiotic component, it is divided in two parts. The first one is physical factor and the second one is chemical factor. In physical factor, there are air, water, vapor, minerals, soil and sunlight. And in the chemical factor, there is biomass. Within the biomass, it is also divided in two parts. inorganic substances and organic substances. Inorganic substances like hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, calcium, iron, sodium and potassium. While in organic substance, it is divided in protein, carbohydrates and fats. Okay. Now the classification of biotic components. In biotic components, it is divided in two parts. The first one is autotrophic and second one is heterotrophic. In autotrophic, it is divided in producer and after that producer divided in autotrophs. While in heterotrophs, it is divided in two parts. The first one is animals and the other decomposer. In animals, they are consumer, while decomposer, those are detritivores. Okay. After that, in consumer, consumers are also divided in three parts. The first one, primary consumer, then secondary consumer, and the third one, tertiary consumer. Okay, so this chart is really important for your exam purpose. Prepare this chart, and if you have any doubt, then ask me again. Paddy is cultivated on large scale in various states of South India. Paddy fields are frequently attacked by grasshoppers. Similarly, frogs are also present in large number in the mud of paddy fields. To feed up, grasshoppers and snakes are also present therein to feed upon their favorite food, frogs. However, if frog population declines all of a sudden. Okay, so this is the description of paddy, which is cultivated on a large scale in the South India. Now the next point is relationship between environment and ecosystem. Environment is a broad concept. Physical, chemical and biological factors affecting the living organism in an possible way is collectively called as environment. In short, environment is a condition in surrounding. Okay, what is environment? It is a broad concept. Physical, chemical and biological factors affecting the living organisms. Okay, so it is known as environment. In short, environment is the condition in surrounding. It includes many biotic, abiotic, natural and artificial factors. There are two main types of environment. One is natural environment and the other is artificial environment. Is that clear? Natural environment consists of air, atmosphere, water, land, living organisms, etc. Continuous interaction occur between biotic and abiotic factors. Their interactions are very important. While artificial environment is also affecting the natural environment directly or indirectly. Basically, environment consists of two basic factors. The first one, biotic factors, and the other, abiotic factors. The science that deals with the study of interactions between biotic and abiotic factors of environment is called as ecology. Again, I repeat that the science which deal with the study of interaction between biotic and abiotic factor of the environment is called as ecology. Basic functions unit used to study the ecology is called as ecosystem. The basic functional unit used to study the ecology is called as ecosystem. Environment consists of many ecosystems. We have studied some ecosystems in earlier classes. A small pond is an ecosystem, whereas the earth is largest ecosystem. Okay, a small pond is a is an ecosystem, whereas the earth is a largest ecosystem. In brief, biotic and abiotic factors occupying a definite geographical area and their interactions collectively constitute the ecosystem. Is that clear? Environmental balance is maintained through continuous operation of various natural cycles. These cycles are like water cycle, carbon cycle, gaseous cycle like nitrogen cycle, oxygen cycle, etc. Environment balance is also maintained due to various food chains of ecosystems. Okay. The balance of environment is depend on various food chains of ecosystem. Now the blue box. Human existence is totally impossible without the existence of nature. Hence, it is basic responsibility of human being to preserve the nature without disturbing its balance. Okay, it is our responsibility to preserve the nature without disturbing its balance. It is said that we have got this earth planet on lease from our future generations and not as an ancestral property from our ancestors. Is that clear? It is said that we have got this earth planet on lease as a rent from our future generations and not as an ancestral properties from our ancestors. Is that clear? Hence, we should not forget to conserve it for ourselves and for future generation. Is that clear? Environmental conservation. The next point is environmental conservation. When some natural factors of environment and some artificial polluted factors harm the environment, it creates imbalance between various factors of environment and ultimately affect the existence of biotic factors. Now observe and fill the information. In this, observe the environment around you. Complete the following flow chart. Factors affecting environment. The first one, natural factors, and the second one, man-made factors. In natural factors, there are earthquakes, floods, tsunami, forest fires, cyclone, and storm, volcanic eruption. While in man-made factors, there is deforestation, population explosion, rapid industrialization, unplanned urbanization, pollution, indiscriminate use of natural resources. Is that clear? At present, many environmental problems has been arisen due to effect of various natural and artificial factors on earth. There are many problems for environment arising due to effect of various natural and artificial factors on the earth. Environmental pollution is one of those main factors generally. Contamination of any material is its pollution. Okay? Contamination of any material is its pollution. Unnecessary and unacceptable change in the surroundings environment due to natural events or human activities called as environmental pollution. Direct or indirect changes in physical, chemical, biological properties of air, water, soil, which will be harmful to human and other living beings is environmental pollution, like air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution. Various reasons like population explosion, fast industrialization, and indiscriminate use of natural resources, deforestation, and unplanned urbanization are responsible for environmental pollution. Okay, environmental pollution. Pollution is a broad concept. Various type of pollution like that of air, water pollution, sound pollution, soil pollution, thermal, light and pollution occur around us. Ultimate adverse effect of all these is on existence of all the living organisms, and out of this environmental conservation has become the need of hour. We have studied the air pollution, so here we will describe different types of pollution like air pollution, water pollution and soil pollution. So the component for air pollutions like gas and solid. It is divided in two parts. Air pollution is divided in two parts like gases and solid. In gases, the components are carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, hydrocarbons, sulfur, NOx, hydrogen, hydrogen sulfide, etc. While in solid, the components are dust, ash, carbon, lead, asbestos. Okay. And the source of air pollutions are automobile, burning of fossil fuels, smoke from chimneys of factories, and forest fires, toxic insecticides. These are the sources of air pollution. Now the next effect of air pollution. What are the effect of air pollution? So the effect are acid rain, lung disease, irritation of nose, eyes and throat, and cardiovascular diseases, ozone depletion, global warming. These are the effect of air pollution. Is that clear? Now the next point is control measures. Reduce use of private cars, use of filters in factories and industries, maintain proper type pressure in cars, use of green fuel like biogas, reduce, reuse, recycle products. Plant trees, factories should use tall chimneys. Okay, so all these are control measure of air pollution. So the next point is water pollution. The component of water pollutions are hydrocarbons, benzene, oil, manganese, copper, lead, cadmium. So all these are the component of water pollution. While the sources of water pollutions are industrial waste, domestic waste, sewage, chemical discharges and discharges from industries, pesticides used in agriculture. So all these are the sources of water pollution. The next effect. The effect of water pollutions are depletion of oxygen in water bodies, algae bloom, death of aquatic life, waterborne disease like typhoid, jaundice, cholera, etc. in humans. These are the disease which will be affected from water pollution. And the next point is control measure. Setting up sewage treatment plants, wastewater from industries must be treated before its discharge. Treatment of drainage water, strict adherence of water law, public awareness, all these are the control measures of water pollution. So now the next point is soil pollution. The component of soil pollutions are lead, zinc, copper, mercury, arsenic, hydrocarbons, nickel and solvent. All these are the component of soil pollution. Now the sources of soil pollution: pesticide, insecticide, herbicides, sewage sludge and acid rain, oil spills, radioactive pollutants. All these are the sources of soil pollution. Okay. And effect. What are the adverse effect of soil pollution? So soil erosion, retarded growth of plant, crops, nutritional deficiency, etc. All these are the effect of soil pollution. Next, how to control soil pollution? Bioremediation, reducing deforestation, planting trees, on barren slopes, use of eco-friendly manure instead of chemical manures, use of natural fertilizers, proper dumping of waste, ban on toxic chemicals. All these are the control of soil pollution. Okay, so these are the differences, and it is classified in component, source, effect, and control measures of air pollution, water pollution, and the soil pollution. So this is the points of today's lecture. Now once we will recall it. So we have completed ecosystem, food chain, then we have completed ecosystem diagram, relationship between environment and ecosystem, and after that environmental conservation, factors affecting environment, then pollution. What kind of pollution? Air pollution, water pollution and soil pollution. Okay, तो आज के लिए